said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Colorado's offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick.
Breaks into the open. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45 a lot of times. So many people close together, so earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Might be changing the route. Lewis wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Buffaloes have it with a first and 10. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side? When they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, Dave, is they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Petty. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's open on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll try the run. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. 1st down here for the offense. Might be calling a hot route. Lewis to throw. It's on target and complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds some fresh air. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Algier. Oh, he's got some space. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
What's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the 1st.
With the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Lewis wants to pass. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Bucs. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. We've had some early scores. They got the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up third down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. You want to be physical on defense, but too much grabbing. They got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The running back has it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Jackson. There he goes. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And some room to work. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Buffaloes will go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. Gets the back moving. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running.
Turning it on. Got enough space. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Colorado.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Cal is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Berkeley for some time. They're up 14 over Fresno State. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Running through contact. Touchdown Wolverines. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The gift to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle, it's Judowski. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Lewis to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Lewis wants to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brings into the open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Hussein. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Judowski. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Wants to throw again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Lewis to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gibson. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He splits the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going for a big play downfield. Pulls it in on the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Field goal is good. The lead down to just 3, 20-17.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Gives it to the back on the draw. Open space at the 25. All by himself down the middle. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical scoring on their last possession of the half. They're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Caught behind the line. It's Petty. At the 45 on his way. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the QB has had a nice drive. This offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on. Nice job getting to the quarterback effectively. And even better, getting him on the ground.
Give to the running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Finding open areas. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Lewis wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Now on second down. They'll try the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He might want another play. Snap from the gun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Gibson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. And the Wolverines buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes to the right. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown Wolverines. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Lewis to throw. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, you can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And the Buffaloes are on the move. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together.
Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away, see where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Touchdown, Bucks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Slithers into space. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Here's the pressure. Complete to the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Got it set up on the outside. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Nice job in coverage on that third and short. Defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up fourth down.
Never a doubt. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the fourth quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Finds his big tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 39. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Lewis wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Trudovsky.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Buffaloes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Cracks it out of the air. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Reads it, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes the grab. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red.
Touchdown, Colorado! They move on top here in the 4th. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 2nd down coming up. The give from the gun. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays to get them behind the sticks a little bit.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the Colorado offense
quarterback. You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Puts it on in midfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll give it to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. He's got it. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bucs! The defense takes matters into its own hands. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Cal is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that has not been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 34 over Fresno State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Fires to the big fella.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Looking to throw again. That's caught. It's Petty. There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The 40!
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the ranks.